Good morning, Stampers. It's Christine from Christine's Stamping Spot. Thanks for joining me this morning for another Mystery Monday project. So today we are going to use this Flowing Flowers stamp set, which is in our current mini. And I just love how beautiful this set is. You can find it here on page 36. And there are some beautiful samples, like with this soft succulent that they've used. I think it's just beautiful. So this stamp is known as what's called a distinctive stamp. And what that means is that when you apply the ink, there are going to be certain areas that show up lighter than others, and vice versa. They're going to have darker portions showing through. And this one gives a real sort of watercolored almost effect to it. And it really is so pretty with various types and colors, or various colors of ink. So the card we are going to make is this one, super fast and simple. I saw this on Jennifer Cotton's blog, and I loved the purples that she used with it. And we're going to do a little die trick with this ribbon here too. So let's get started. I'll just put my sample there. So I have chosen, like Jennifer, we're going to go with Gorgeous Grape. This would also look really pretty with Highland Heather or any other color. You could just play, like make a whole set of these, but do them in different color palettes. I think that would be nice and sort of give them as a little gift to somebody. I think that would be really neat. This piece is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. This is from the Heart and Home Designer Series paper. It's also in the mini. It's the one that kind of comes with the bees and everything. And so one side of the paper has different patterns on it. And the back side of all of them is like a wood grain type of finish in this color. So you've got different sort of sizes and shapes of wood panels and things. So I thought this was really nice to use. So I'm not going to put this on just yet because we're going to tie some ribbon around here. And then another piece that I cut is from the Scallop Contours dies. And they look like this. And the one I used is the second largest one, just to cut this out of a piece of Gorgeous Grape as well. Okay. And then our last piece is a little piece of basic white that is going to fit right inside. So this white is what we're going to do our stamping on. Okay, so I'll just put this over here so I don't get ink everywhere. So for this, there are some different flower images you could do. And I'm going to use this large one here. And we are going to use our Gorgeous Grape ink to stamp some of these flowers on here. So whichever direction you would like to stamp. Okay, I think I'll put this one maybe down here. And if it's off the page, that's fine. Now, do you see how that inner part of the flower is has picked up, you know, more of the ink almost and made it darker, and the surrounding area is lighter? Like, that is just such a beautiful effect, I think. And all with your stamp does it all. You don't have to use your blends to do this. It just does it all for you, which is fantastic. Okay, so let's put this one maybe up here. Okay, so we've got our 2 flowers. And then I am just going to stamp a little greeting right in the center. Here I did just a note, and that's from the stamp set. I think I'm going to try Happy Birthday, see if it will fit here across. And it may just work. So let's give that a try. And we're just going to stamp that in our black memento, just to give it a different pop of color so it stands out. Okay, so excuse my head for a moment. Try to get this centered. Okay, so Happy Birthday. And that way you can still see some of these nice floral images here. Okay, so we are going to stick this on top of our die piece here. And just put that right in the middle of the stitching because there's stitching all in here. I love these dies. They're so nice, and there's so many of them that they all kind of nest together. Okay, so now we are going to do a trick with our ribbon. So I'm going to cut, this is our white frayed 3/4 inch cotton ribbon, very soft. And the reason I'm doing this is because I didn't have any of the current grape or purple ribbon. So we are going to color this ribbon. You can do that with any white ribbon. And we're going to use our sponge daubers, but you could just soak it in some water with re-inker just to dye it. You could use your blending brushes on it, but we're just going to use a little piece. So I'm just going to use my sponge daubers. So I'm just going to set these aside so I don't get ink everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to measure a little piece because I'm going to wrap the ends around. And then I'll just cut this part off here. Okay, so we're going to grab our gorgeous grape ink. And you are going to probably get your fingers messy here. So if you want to put on some gloves or something, you certainly can. So you're just going to go across and up and down because this does have some kind of lines going through it. If it was just a very flat ribbon, you could just go sideways. But I kind of want to make sure I get all those little nooks and crannies. And it also depends on what look you're going for, right? If you want it to be really dark or not so dark, or if you want some white showing through, you can add as little or as much ink as you like. See, my fingers are getting all purple. Okay. Let's frame a little bit here in my ink. And this is sort of a good way to, you know, if you're in a bit of a pinch that, oh my gosh, I don't have any purple ribbon, I don't have any pink ribbon, I don't have any, whatever color we have, you can make your own. Even if, you know, in the ribbons we offer, if there's a particular shade that isn't available, you know, let's say they have the ribbon in 5 different colors, but none of the colors are the one you want, you could just, you know, grab your ink pad in the color you do want and just color it, and then you're good to go if you want it all to coordinate. Okay, so that's good enough. And I'm just gonna wipe my fingers here. And I think I only have to do the one side. I'm not gonna worry about inking up the other. Now I will have purple fingers probably for the rest of the day, but that's okay. Of course I would pick one of our darkest inks, right? Yeah, sure. Okay, I just don't want to get this color on a lot of different things. Okay, so I'm gonna just add some adhesive on the back here, about where my ribbon is going to go, and I'm gonna put it about halfway. Now, what you can do too, if you want, is just trim off these little frayed edges. That's okay. All right, so let's put this about halfway. And what's nice about this paper is it has lines on it, so it kind of helps to make sure your ribbon is straight. How great is that? Okay, let's do that. Sorry, just wiping my fingers again. I don't want to risk getting all my white paper purple. Okay, so now we can lay this whole piece on top of our base. All right, so let's just put that on here and give that a little press. And then we can add our stamped portion on top. Now I'm going to raise this up a little bit, partly because of this ribbon. It kind of pops it up by itself. So I'm just going to add some dimensionals on the back. And raise that up. And try to see. I probably don't need dimensionals where that ribbon is going to be, but we'll see. If it is, it is. That's fine. Okay. All right. So let us sort of center this on our base, like so. Ta-da! And last, I think we need bling. We need some bling like I did on this one. So we are going to add some of our iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. And let me find my take your pick tool is perfect for this. So there are different sizes in here. So you can decide if you want to use some of all of them, just one size, anything goes. I'm just going to sort of stick to some of the smaller ones, and however many you want. I think I'll put on about maybe 5. Okay, and there you go. Probably one of the fastest projects we have done, right? Excellent. So I do not have my March host code with me. I did do one up. You can check my Facebook page, my Christine Stamping Spot Facebook page. It will be on there if you would like to use that at checkout, if you'd like to purchase anything from our current mini. And please visit me on my Facebook page and like it. If you are interested in seeing some other projects, it's Christine Stamping Spot. And you can also visit my website at christineludwig.stampinup.net, and also my YouTube channel is also known as Christine Stamping Spot. So feel free to subscribe to that to see some other projects. So I hope you enjoyed that today and that you have a wonderful week. Bye for now.